let's talk about your journey and the number of stops that you had in your college career and everything that you started with. Going from Arizona and then winding up where? Walk us through your journey to the moment, Tyler.
Yeah, no, I mean it's interesting, and like I said, I wouldn't be who I am if I didn't go through that and the adversity and the shortcomings that I had, and just every part of it. But I went to Oregon out of high school, backed up Justin Herbert for 2 years, and redshirted that first year. Had an unbelievable time there. Obviously, you come in as a skinny little freshman, and you think you're good, and you get next to Justin Herbert, who's 6'6", 240, and ripping the ball, and I'm like, all right, I got to get bigger, I got to get better, and 2020 stayed after he left and competed and won the job that year. And it was COVID year, so we only played 7 games, and we won the Pac-12 championship, went to the Fiesta Bowl and lost. But really looking back on that time, I mean, I was 20, 21 years old, just a young, immature kid who really wasn't playing that great and was playing with a fear of failure, trying to make my coaches happy, looking over my shoulder, and ended up effectively getting benched by Anthony Brown, who ended up staying that last year. So no NIL at the time. I just wanted to go transfer and compete and play, and that was Texas Tech, and they gave me an opportunity to go out there and play, and loved it there. First year was playing really good ball, and I just dove in the end zone versus Texas, and I broke my collarbone. Didn't get surgery on it. Whole staff gets fired, and the first time I get hit again next year, I break the same collarbone. So it was effectively kind of one collarbone break, and once I got surgery on it, I was back in 6 weeks, and we finished the year undefeated, and so I was super proud of that kind of resiliency and growth through that time. And stayed another year. It was the first time I had two OCs in my career. I've had five, plus OCs, and that 2023 year was playing good, and it was an up and down year. I was playing good ball, but also times I could have been better. And there was times where I got booed. There was times I was the MVP. And so I'm like, man, I've seen all spectrums. And that fourth game, I get hip dropped and I break my fibula. And I'm like, man, like I should have played golf or something, dude. This is some rough luck. And but I was just it cultivated this itch and this grit that I knew, like, it's easy to compare yourself to others, and I knew that I had what it takes to play at the next level, and I knew I was better than these guys coming out, but I knew that I had to go through my own circumstance, my own situation, and learn from it and grow from it. Because when you're 22, 21, and you don't know what you don't know, and I was just so grateful to go through that. And obviously, I just told this to Coach Brom, and they believed in me, and knew it was just bone breaks, and you'll be fine. And I had a really good year there.
And so, with COVID, and also with Redshirt, and with 3 transfers, 3 different schools, 7 years. Basically between now and when you left high school in Arizona, and then the bone breaks at your 25. How do you respond to those who ask you about your age and your injury history when you're being interviewed by these teams, Tyler?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's an advantage. Like I said, I've kind of had a crash course of the NFL. You got guys who are going to get cut, injured in the NFL. They're going to get benched, booed when you come in. And, I would have loved to have a 3-year illustrious career in college and everything go right. But then I would have maybe had a different sense of entitlement, or things were always going to go my way. And I feel much more mentally and physically equipped to go out there and handle the task because I've gone through it. If anything, I'm more athletic than I ever have been, and in been better shape. I just had the bone breaks. And, as a 25-year-old, like you see with Bo Nix and Penix and Jaden Daniels and Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield, guys are kind of really getting into their stride after they've kind of gone through some stuff. And then you got MVP level play by Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers well into their late 30s, and Stafford playing his butt off. And I think a lot of teams just kind of recognize that. And I feel like I'm the most pro-ready guy in this draft class, just with everything I've been through and my physical tools. And hopefully teams are on the same page with that.
Bravo, Tyler Shough. That's a heck of an answer, and I'm not just saying that you're giving me an answer. That was clearly something born out of experience and born out of what you've brought to the table here for the combine. Who have you spoken to? Give me some names of who you've spoken to.
For teams?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I've had 10 draft visits scheduled right now. Early on, it was Steelers, Colts. We got Browns, Giants coming up. Who was the other one? Seahawks, Raiders, Titans, and Jets. was early on. So there's been a game. There's a couple I can't remember, and then I got a couple more workouts, private workouts have just been scheduled with a lot of those top teams, and just really grateful for the opportunity. I think that I feel like my superpower has kind of been the mental side of it, the mental processing, winning pre-snap, but then also when you get me in the building, I feel like that's where I've excelled, and I've had to compete everywhere I've been. I've been a captain everywhere I've been, and I feel like I connect with a lot of the guys that I've been around just because I've been exposed to everybody.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.